Hello and welcome. We're so glad you're joining us. And today we're going to continue our series in how to have an authentic, a true relationship with food that really nourishes and supports your body to thrive. So last week we talked about the importance of organic as the first element in really achieving a higher level of health. And today, what are we talking about?
Okay, we'll talk about a wide variety of food because basically what we found, last week we talked about the laws of nutrition are a lot like the laws of gravity, you either align with these laws and you have good health or you don't, you fall off the cliff. Like gravity, if you step off the cliff, gravity acts. So if we step off the cliff with the way we eat, if we defy the laws of nutrition, then we have symptoms. We have conditions like heart disease and diabetes, arthritis.
And like the big fibroid tumor that I created in my own body from that very cycle.
Yeah. So, the good news, of course, as we've said, the body regenerates, so we can restore health if we align with these laws of nutrition. So this week we want to talk about a wide variety of foods because what we've found keeps us aligned with the laws of nutrition is when we eat a wide variety of organic, high nutrient-dense whole foods. So this week, wide variety.
That's the mantra.
Yeah, so what's that look like?
Well, a wide variety, of course, an easy way is to stand in front of the produce counter and look at all the beautiful colors. And choose what you're drawn to because all of those colors mean lots of phytonutrients which support the body to be healthier and healthier. And what else would you add to that?
Yeah, well, the science behind the whole wide variety part of the mantra is that our bodies need different nutrients at different times. When we're under stress, we need certain vitamins. When we're working out a lot, we need other minerals and different elements of nutrition. And so we want to provide the body with a wide spectrum of all the nutrients we need so they're there when the body is needing it.
That reminds me of something that people would say sometimes that we worked with. Well, I'm just going to take a good multiple vitamin and that way it'll fill in what I don't get. But the truth is, it doesn't. It can kickstart a system that's been weakened from lack of nutrient, but the body really does it best by absorbing the nutrients from a wide variety of foods. So that's been crucial for, our continued improving health. We just try to find the most colorful, lively, delightful little veggies and fruits and beans and whole grains.
And that we're drawn to.
Yeah, that we're drawn to, that are whole food oils as well. We are moving more and more away from any free oils. We hardly ever use olive oil or free oils, except a tiny bit for cooking.
Yeah, right. So this idea of a wide variety of food is to provide a wide variety of nutrients. And what Connie was saying about a multivitamin, that may have, a really powerful multivitamin may have 20 different nutritional elements in it. But our bodies need tens of thousands of different nutrients, these tiny micronutrients, like cobalt. You never find cobalt or our bodies need these things. Cobalt's a heavy metal, so we don't want excess, but we need some. Or the bodies don't function well. So, a multivitamin can be a good kickstart, but the way to ensure that we have all the elements, all those micronutrients that we need, is to eat a wide variety. Because every plant has certain amounts of calcium, and some have more and some have less. So if you eat the wide variety, then you're sure you've got all the calcium, you've got all the zinc, you've got all the potassium. So, some foods are good for the eyes. Carrots, they say, are good for the eyes. Why? Because there's high amounts of vitamin A.
Vitamin A. Yeah.
More than there is in a tomato, say. But then tomatoes have elements that are higher than carrots and other things. So wide variety, that's the key.
What I want to share with you is what our work is really about today, because it's transformed and evolved over time as we've gone deeper and deeper into eating and living a healthy lifestyle. And what we really have a passion for is supporting people to learn from their own inner wisdom how to eat and how to thrive and be the healthiest possibility they can be. And what we see is that everything in this creation is a doorway to take us to accessing that wisdom that we all have. And we love this work because it really supports people to find and live from a deeper level of health and awareness.
Yeah, there was a lovely experience we had last week with one of our clients where she was feeling some constriction and all the things that were going on in her life and how that was a burden. And Connie was pointing out how the nature of life is to expand. And so all of the things that come to us are either we can view as an opportunity to expand into this amazing universe of life, or to contract and try and protect and manage and control. And she got it just like that. And it just kind of turned her, she actually said, it turned my life around. Mm-hmm. From viewing all of the things that she had to do as a burden and constricting her and burdening her to, wow, this opportunity to open and expand into the life that I'm being provided with.
Yeah, and so this teaching that we're always doing about health, its ultimate aim is to take us within to what we innately know will move us with food, with exercise, with everything we do to be more of who we really are and to share that in the world.
Right, so you can trust, you can listen. We have the knowledge and intelligence to make good food choices and make good choices in everything in life. But we have to listen. We heard a sweet story this morning that points to this. It was a story about a man who had lost his watch. And it was a very valuable watch. It was a family heirloom, and he really cherished it. So when it was missing, he was just kind of freaking out. And he knew he had it when he was in the barn, so he went back to the barn. He was looking all over the place for it. He couldn't find it. There were some children outside, and he thought, well, I'll employ them. I'll get them in to help me find. And they were tearing up all the straw, moving. Couldn't find the watch, and he was just about to give up. And he sent the kids home, and a little boy came up to him. And he said, can I look for the watch? And he said, well, okay. And the little boy went into the barn, and a few minutes later he came out with the watch. And the man was so amazed. He said, how did you find it? We looked everywhere. He said, well, I didn't really do anything but go in and sit down, and I listened until I heard the watch ticking. And then I went over and picked it up. And so it's like that, we have this intelligence. The watch, the ticking is our intelligence that's always speaking to us. Mm-hmm. But when we get a little frenetic and sometimes think we don't have it or we've lost it, we don't hear it. So all we need to do is settle. It's the same when we're listening to food, and I think it's what Connie points to when she says, stand in front of the produce section and see what you're drawn to. Stand in front of the produce section and settle, and that ticking clock will guide you.
Will drive you.
Yeah.
A recipe?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing this liver cleanse that we're loving, by the way. And in it, we're learning so much, but one of the main things is that you can dress a salad with a fresh squeezed orange. It's so simple, and little salt and pepper, no oil, nothing. So tasty.
We were so surprised, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this tastes so good.
So I'm going to send you a dressing recipe just made from a fresh squeezed orange. And give it a try on dark leafy greens, on veggies. You'll love it. And just add a little salt and pepper, and then I add a few red pepper flakes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you next week.